next test is the person is economically dependent on the other person for whom he or she works or renders services. So if that is the only source of income, and then not having these contracts with different entities, you could very well face a situation whereby the person could be deemed an employee. Next test is the person is provided with tools of trade or work equipment by the other person. Rented chairs make use of things like fixtures within salons, like the dryers, like other equipment that is available to them. You stand the risk that this rented chair could actually be regarded as an employee. And the last test is the person only works or renders services to one person. So if it's the only source of income, again, you could be faced with a situation where this is actually an employee. We currently facing the situation whereby nearly half of entities registered within the industry are rented chairs. Mostly, and this might sound a little negative, but we've done some surveys, mostly this is done to avoid complying with labor relations, with the Act, with legislation. They are not paying, most of them are not paying tax, they're not contributing properly to the economy. And also a big issue is that when the employer employs staff, for instance, they employ operators, what we see happening is the rented chairs are coming in, and then as part of this lease agreement, the services of the operator is then broken out to the rented chairs. This is simply not allowed, and you could be opening yourself up for possible action. Also between the parties, and when I say parties, the employer organization, which is EOHCB, and the union, which is also the union, they have now, within the new agreement, that's a national agreement which is currently with the Department of Labor, decided that when these employees, like for instance an operator, have been used by a rented chair and now they lose their job, for instance they are retrenched, the rented chairs will also be cited as a party to the dispute. I really want to implore on you all out there to have a very careful look at these practices to make sure that you are fully covered in terms of complying with what it is that you need to comply with. The situation has now forced the Bargaining Council to have a different look at it. The Department of Labor, to whom we report, has also expressed their real concern at the current state of more and more people becoming rented chairs. So you will find that where you have a rented chair, you're going to have visits from our agents to come and apply these tests like I have illustrated to you, to make sure that this is in actual fact a rented chair and not an employee. Unfortunately, we are in the situation where if we find that it's not the case, we have no choice but then to follow through with action. I would like to implore on you to contact your nearest council office and really ask about this so that we can provide you with advice and information and some guidance as to how to ensure that it's happening correctly.